Hey friends, TUXX here. I wanted to do a little follow-up on the Steam Deck. Okay, I've had it for about 2 weeks now, roughly, kind of like a 2-week update, and I wanted to give just a little bit of feedback on it now that I've had a chance to play it a little bit more, try out some games, see what works, doesn't work, pros and cons, that kind of thing. Now, first off, this is a 512 unit, okay, and I have to say it's really nice. I still like the construction of it. When I say nice, the feel of it, especially these back buttons here, I find are more useful than any other back buttons on a controller I've ever had in my life, and the whole thing feels really balanced and nice, especially for driving games. If you do control the gas with the triggers, they feel very good, very springy, just what you suspect. Now on the negative side, this still does bug me a lot, okay, is the fact that this corner here is curved. Okay, see how that's curved a little bit, and the actual like up, down, left, right goes over the curve just a little bit, and you wouldn't think that would be so offsetting, but it just, because you're having to hit like the corner here, not the middle, you can't really do the middle for left, you know, you really need to hit the corner when your hand is positioned just so doing triggers and stuff, and then all of a sudden you want to go ahead and do like left. I feel like you're really having to move your hand a little bit more than you should have to this direction, okay? For future ones, I know they really like the touchpads right here, and I don't really use the touchpads that much at this point, so I almost wish this was either here, or I wish that maybe they made it like a millimeter or two longer. I know people might disagree with me, but the fact, I really wish this wasn't over a curve, because that just feels odd to me for some reason, okay? But besides that, all the buttons are springy. They're all very nice. I like the position of the Steam button here. I use a lot, so I like the position of that. It's really good. As far as heat and ventilation goes, it vents hot on top, you know, so that's kind of common. You got your two vents here and here, and I do notice it when it's really jamming through a graphically intense game, but it handles the games really well. I've had no problems running things due to lag, that kind of thing. However, I will say that out of my collection here, if I go back here, let me go back, let's see here, so this is like the Steam store. I probably should download Apex Legends. Okay, so if we go to my library here, let's do this. Okay, so just out of my library I have so far, there's some games that work that don't work. I haven't really tried every game, but I will say some games like Command and Conquer, I've not even tried, because playing an RTS on a handheld, mapping all the keyboard mouse buttons to the controller just seems hard to me, okay? Because I don't like Command and Conquer on consoles like Xbox or PlayStation or whatever anyway, so I don't think I would like that. Now for games that are like graphic novels, that kind of thing, it's perfect actually. I hear Battlezone plays really well, but I've not played it yet myself, but I hear it's good. Going down here, Doom plays exceptionally well. Really good playing all versions of Doom. Of course, Doom VFR will not work. And it gives you a little logo. It kind of shows like the green check mark there for games that work. And then, of course, the X for it doesn't work. Because, again, that's meant to be like a 3D, you know, game. A lot of question mark games do work, though, I will say, which is really good. Some games that I would think like don't work, like why would Final Doom not work, but then like Doom work? I find that kind of interesting. I haven't tried Final Doom. I have so many Doom games that I'm very content playing the newest Doom Eternal, you know, compared to playing Final Doom. Going down, a lot of my favorite games do run very nicely. I have not tried all these games, but it's just really nice being able to have your Steam library in your hand. This game here, I think, should run, but it does not run. I find that really annoying. Need for Speed, I've played quite a bit of that. In fact, I probably have played more Need for Speed than any other game on here. I like playing, I don't know why, like it takes me back to like PSP and Vita, and I kind of felt like Vita got kind of the shaft a little early. Like, I really love PS Vita a lot, and this feels like a more powerful successor to Vita in a way, although it really has a lot more in common with like the Switch or something, you know, but it does feel like a fatter, bigger Switch for sure. But I do like the fact that it has this curve too. That curve makes these buttons work, you know, and the Switch being perfectly flat for the most part, just it has a different feel, you know, and I think that kind of goes from the Wii U. When the Wii U came out, they really wanted that to be this, you know, they wanted it to be Switch, but the controller was so fat and batteries were bad and everything else, it didn't quite make it there, and the screen was smaller, of course, because it was, you know, what, 10 years ago or something? It was a long time ago, you know, so it was kind of ahead of its time, and before the technology could be at the right price point to have it be something that could be mass made for the, for everyone. But anyway, just lots of great games. I do like the fact Sword Art Online does not apparently work, although I have played it. It does work. Really like this Vampire Survivor game is a lot of fun. I have to say, like, that's one game I got for like $2.99, and it was a really good time. Tekken, I wanted to work, but apparently it doesn't work. I have played it though, actually, and I just got this Terminator Resistance, but it says it doesn't work. But I'll probably try that some more later. So, do the games work? It's kind of 50-50. Like, if you look through, I'm seeing a lot of X's, seeing red dot, that's a question mark, but it does work great. Actually, I'm going through, that's a no, that's a question mark. It does work, I can tell you. Quake, question mark, that game works. Rage, question mark. Lots and lots of question marks, as you can see, but a lot of the question marks, let's say way over 50-75% of the question marks will indeed work, which is really cool. So anyway, guys, that's kind of just a quick update. So far, do I love it? Yes. Biggest complaints, this right here, and then the battery life. I guess I should address that. When the Switch is not being used, when it's like in its case, like I'll play it for a while, power it down properly, and put it in its case, I have noticed that the battery does seem to drain a little bit on its own. Like if I try and take it out of the case days later, it's like the battery's dead, and that's kind of bizarre to me, because like normally in a handheld like a Switch or a 3DS or a Vita or something, PSP, if you have it fully charged and if you have it powered down properly, then it will actually, be ready for you 2 weeks later, maybe a month later or something. Eventually it may, die or discharge, but it takes a really long time. This one is not like that, though. This, on a full charge, and if you play it for a little bit, it goes down to like 70% or something. I think you put it to sleep, or not really put it to sleep, you power it down. Let me get my terminology straight. You power it down, put it in its case, it's not going, no fans are blowing, it's completely powered down, and then you come back to it like 2 days later or 3 days later, it seems like it loses its full charge. So anyway, just that's one little complaint, I guess. But all in all, really love it. Oh, one other complaint. Okay, I do wish, I've seen docks, and I'll probably do a video on docks later. I really wish for future versions of this that if Valve, if you're watching this, please, the power here really should be here, okay? Because if you're gonna make a dock, you want to be able to dock it and charge it without having to take a dongle and like docking it and then running a cord up and plugging a cord on the top. It just feels like that's not a dock then. Like, it really should have maybe two. Maybe have this for USB-C. Maybe have wireless down here, wireless charging for a dock, or just make it so it's like it doesn't really need a full-on inserted C connection, but maybe just like metal plates that touch or something, So anyway, just I'm sure there's some different engineering ways of making that happen, okay? But all in all, is it worth buying? Yes. Oh yes. This is a great machine. A lot of great games you can see from my library. I can play games I haven't played for a long time, and it's really nice being able to actually play like these games which I've purchased quite a while ago. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, guys, I would say pick one up if you get a chance. Is there a new version 2.0 coming? Everything I hear is eventually, yes, but there's no real date or anything. So I would say if you get a chance to pick up this version, pick up this version. It's great. It plays games. It's a lot of fun, and you probably already own a lot of games for Steam anyway that you probably don't play from Steam sales or whatever. So it's a great time to pick it up. I'll have a link down below for some accessories and for Steam Deck. And just thanks for watching, guys. Okay, I will do another update. Maybe I'll do some Let's Plays or play some games on this later too, just to give you even more like experience with it. But I am absolutely loving this. I played this more than Switch for sure in the last 2 weeks, but it is new, and maybe I'm still in the honeymoon period. Okay, the fact you get the case with it, for the 512. This is the 512 case. Really good quality unit. Just A+, guys. Really nice. All right, friends. I want to thank you for watching this video. Any questions, put them down below. I'm here to help. Okay, we'll talk to you soon, friends. Bye bye. Yeah.